guys. Welcome to another episode of our very special series for Black History Month, partnering with Raise the Game and Ukie. For the last couple of shows, I have been forgetting to introduce Matt, my lovely co-host.
Hi. I get an intro today.
And I am so excited. We just discovered this person, but as soon as we heard about her, I had to look her up. She is amazing. She is talented. She is also beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see how gorgeous she is. Like, she's given me so much life. BrownSugar, thank you so much for coming on. Yeah. So I would like you to tell some of our listeners kind of about you, what you do in the industry. Like, give us all the deets, girl.
Okay. So I'm basically a content creator. I like to do games and I go between games and anime. So both are two of my favorite things. So normally I do anime reactions and anime reviews. I actually have an anime reaction today after the video. I'll be reacting to Demon Slayer, so I'm very excited about that. And normally I stream as well. I like to stream Apex, a lot of FPS games, and I have sometimes where I do variety games and I play like Miles Morales. I've done Life is Strange. I've done a couple Resident Evil games. So I like to play around with the gaming and stuff.
Nice. Yo, when you were like anime, I was like, me too. We don't talk about it enough, but I love it. What was the last thing I watched was Carol and Tuesday. Have you seen that?
I love that anime.
The music.
Yes. Oh,
what's
no
his name? Nobody's
Ezekiel.
really talked about it. Girl, how did you know?
Everyone talks about Ezekiel.
I was like, he was bae. Like when he like rapped to her the second song, I was like, it was so hot. It was so hot.
Yes, he is. Oh my gosh, I love Ezekiel.
Yes. Oh my god.
Has the second season of Demon Slayer started already?
Should be today. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it crept up on me. Oh, I can't wait. I gotta watch Mugen Train first though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, I need to finish the movie myself on my days.
But that's really dope. Like, I love that you're into that. And look, you're into FPS. I am garbage at it, but after this, I'm gonna book some lessons with you, please. I feel like I'm so boo-boo at this game. Like, maybe it's my ADHD. I just can't pay enough attention, or things are happening too fast and I end up shooting one of my team members.
Oh my.
Yeah, that happened.
Happened
a few times in Arma. Like, I'll just tell you this quick story. Like, I didn't have my mouse pad off, so on my laptop, I just touched it again. It's not off. Okay, I'm back. I didn't have my mouse pad off. And we were going to make some drugs. I forgot what kind of drugs you can make in the game, but you can make them. It's like part of the system. Yeah. Yeah. It was like it was. Yeah, it's part of the game.
What kind of show am I coming on right now?
It's part of the game. Kids, don't do drugs. But it was part of the game. And so like you had to like get frogs. It's a whole weird thing. And so I accidentally shot at a few people while we were standing around because my like wrist touched it and I didn't realize it. And they were like, oh shit, we're being attacked. But it was just me.
Oh my god.
And I was like, my bad. This is the first time I ever played with any of these dudes. But they were like so chill. They were
right?
Yeah, it was definitely friendly fire. I'm sorry, guys. But anyways, I'm learning, right?
Yeah.
Like so that's I don't know where I'm going with that. But anyways, so you're really into anime, which is really dope because you don't see a lot of Black creators actually talking about anime, especially female creators. You see a lot of Black male creators recreating their Naruto moments and things like that.
I see that on TikTok all my days. Yeah, that is a thing. That is a thing.
It's a huge thing. They like relax their hair and like do it, and I'm like, wow, you really you made this a part of your everyday life. There's no hating on that. Like if you're in it to win it, then I'm there to support you. But and also like just with the game. So we've had so many people on who have like just talked about gaming in general and what their experience has been. Now I know FPS can be pretty toxic, especially with like the men. How are you able to like rise above that and still want to play? Like, what encourages you to like keep on the grind?
Really, it's my love for the game that keeps me playing. I've always been playing FPS uh, ever since PS2. I've been playing a lot of FPS games, and I never wanted to let anybody. I've never wanted to let anyone stop me. But things that I do just to avoid hearing people talking like being negative and saying the N word, especially when I'm playing games, I just mute them. It's really bad, but I have to mute games just so I can play in peace. But it's just something I've had to do just so I can just play and have fun by myself.
And that sucks. That really
Yeah,
sucks that like that's something you have to do to enjoy something
yeah.
that you really like. I was gonna say enjoy again, and I was like, I already said it like 3 times.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
it's really early in
Sorry.
the morning for me. But I love that you were like, yeah, I've been playing since PS2, and I was like, she's gonna
Yeah.
say, I've been playing since I picked up a controller. Like I was like, choo choo, like.
No, no, we
But
didn't get any gun game, no shooting games at 10, just like after.
Once 11 hit, it was game over.
Like, yeah, that's
yo,
it.
my first game was like Smurf. She's over here with her AK-47, just taking people out. Like mad props, mad props. But another one of my questions, moving forward, like even after you mute them, do you
Hmm.
realize that like how important it is that you are up there as a figure and you're still moving without letting them like tear you down? Like that's such an amazing thing. And I think what's important is we don't see enough Black females just in general, or people of color who are women,
Hmm.
playing these types of games because there is a fear of like the toxic masculinity that happens with an
Yeah,
FPS. I know
yeah.
for myself, I don't really like the environment, so I don't play. But the
Hmm.
fact that you're playing
Hmm.
makes me kind of want to jump in and play. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah, I
maybe I
understand.
can do it. Like my
You can
girls
do
got
it.
this. I
You
got it
can
too.
do it. You
About to
can do
be
it.
bougie. Yeah. So I just hope you know that you're an inspiration. Like
Oh, thank
even
you.
like it makes me think about it. I'm just thinking about other little girls who might want to get into FPS because I mean, it's not a gender thing. The
Hmm.
gaming community and like the AAA execs and stuff
Hmm.
have made it and fostered this idea that
Yeah.
certain games are for men
Certain,
and certain
yeah.
games are for women, but like
Uh-huh.
games are for everybody, you
Yeah, it's
know?
true.
So, Matt, did you have
Yeah.
any questions before I move on? Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I did.
I
So
didn't
what I
want to
wanted
cut
to
him
ask,
off.
Nice.
yeah, I know that's why I was waiting. What made you decide to get into streaming as a whole? Because like I know for us, we've talked about it a few times, and for me, like
Uh-huh.
it's a big thing to kind of get into. It feels massive. So like when you were considering it, what made you say, okay, you know what, I want to get into games, I want to get into anime. What about streaming as a whole made you be like, I want to get in, I want to do it?
Really, it's because of lockdown. When lockdown happened in London, people were trying to find things to do, and I thought, you know what, I really like to play games, and I don't mind talking to people whilst I'm playing games. I thought, okay, let me start streaming. It felt natural because the way my channel started was more like a reaction to gaming trailers, and then it was
Okay.
also, yeah, I started doing off Apex reaction trailers. I love Apex, anyways. Um, so I thought, you know
You're
what, I
so
might as well
cute. She's like,
stream.
it's like my
No,
favorite thing in the world, guys. I love it. I love it.
stop.
Apex is amazing.
See,
It's so
I
much
love
fun.
Apex. I feel like as a battle royale, it's done a lot to include a lot of background, a lot of
Yeah.
sexuality. It's done a lot compared to every other battle royales that we have. It's really, it's doing its best, and I really love it, and I'm happy that I get to play it a lot. Um, oh my gosh, I fell off. What was the question? I'm just talking.
So lockdown started. You're like, I like talking
Yeah,
to people. I like playing
yeah,
games,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then that was
Yeah,
kind of the entry
just
point.
flowed. Yeah, it just flowed, and it just felt natural to start streaming, and it felt fun when I did it the first time. It was just nice. It felt fun, so I'm happy that I get to share my experience playing the game because there are so many funny moments when you're playing, and then now that people are able to see it too, you're like, okay, we all saw that,
Yeah.
right? Okay, we got it.
Yeah.
We all saw
I'm
that.
not making it up.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not making it up. That guy really did. He did jump off a cliff because I was chasing him. It's real. It does happen.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
what would you say to someone who's looking to start, right? Like if because I feel like there's a lot of people who are just looking for a way in and don't know how to do it.
Mhm.
So if somebody's looking to start streaming, what's your biggest piece of advice for them?
I feel like you don't need the best equipment. Like myself, I stream from my PlayStation. I have a PS4 camera. I don't even have a PC. I'm working on that. So it's great. Just even if you don't have a camera, it's good. Just get right into it. And
Hmm.
make sure that you remember why you started streaming, because as soon as you start streaming you get lost in the feeling that you need to continuously entertain people. And it's not, I feel
Right.
like it's a very natural step that happens. Like when you turn on the camera, okay, I need to be entertaining so I can engage with viewers so they can stay. But really and truly, you need to be yourself, and people will stay because of you, not because of your games. Games is part of it, but naturally you need people to come and stay for yourself. So be yourself. Remember why you started streaming. Your good days are not always going to be the same. Sometimes you're going to have like a little viewers, sometimes you're going to have loads of viewers, but you really need to stay true to yourself and keep on pushing, and where you need to be you'll get there gradually. Yeah.
I
That was
love that.
some
That's such a
dope
good
Oh,
answer.
advice.
Yeah,
oh,
really.
thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Just get out there and do it and be true to yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Exactly.
my God. No, that was good. All right. So, my next question, Matt, I love that little signal. Like, I knew I could go on. Nice.
You guys are
Um,
so funny. Oh my
so, my
days.
next question was, moving forward, what's something that you would like to see? And feel free to go off. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
you start talking about something that makes you a little upset, please, like,
Uh-huh.
I'm right there with you. So just express yourself as best as you want. Like, what's something
Um,
you want to see moving forward?
I want to see a lot of streaming platforms and gaming companies focus a lot on more on people of color other than Black History Month, and it feels like a trend right now. As soon as it hits Black History Month, oh, they change their logo, they change, they just start they start being different, and then when the month's over, and that's, I feel like that's the same even when it's the LGBTQ plus month.
Oh,
It's the same
yeah.
thing. They just
Mhm.
quickly, let's
Everybody has
change the logo,
rainbows.
like change it, rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay, month's over, and then they go back to normal. I feel like they need to be consistent. Consistency is key if they really want to engage with everybody. You can't just be like, oh, we're gonna do one thing this month, and then because we can see right through it now. You did it the first time, and
Yeah.
we were like,
Yeah.
oh, they're actually trying, but then we can clearly see the second year they're doing it again, third year they've done it again, and it's like they need to be consistent in including people throughout the year. Yes, I feel like we should highlight more women in gaming, and it doesn't have to be like the popular games. I just feel like they need to include all women.
Mhm.
But the thing is, what I've seen when they do include women, it's not really women of color a lot of the times, and I've seen this for, let's say, International Women's Day. There would be panels and there'll be events, but for women on the platform, would there wouldn't be a single person of color, and it would be a bit. It would actually make us feel a type of way because this is not really representing all women around the world. Um, so I do feel like companies need to really work on their inclusivity, including everybody, and really work on trying to get a more diverse people to come onto their campaigns. I don't think it's really hard. I feel like once you go into Twitter, everything is there for you, and you have a huge team. I don't think there's any excuse anymore because people are really trying to put their name out there, and a lot of people are working together so brands can see them, and it's no longer an excuse now. I feel like people, they need to try harder.
I think that's really true, especially because
Mm-hmm.
like I saw, it was just a few weeks ago. There was a thread of talking about like I think it was like a new development studio based out of New York City,
Mm-hmm.
and like they shared a picture of their kind of their studio, and it was all white men, and somebody made a comment being like, how are you in New York City, right? It's one of the
Yeah.
most diverse places in the
Yeah.
planet, and
Yeah.
your response is, "Oh, we couldn't find anybody." It's like to your point, like how are you not looking harder? Like how is that not one of your core tenets going into it? Like
It's true.
you're completely right. Like it shouldn't be as hard as people make it seem like it is, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's not as
not.
hard. It's not.
It's low key racism. Like, that's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if this happened in the UK or if this happened in Canada, but for a while in the 90s, they had to hit a certain quota of people of color that they had within their companies, which
Yeah.
is why you have all these questions about, like, what race are you?
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because they needed, and that just shows there's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, that's always kind of been there. And you both are absolutely right. It's not hard to find someone within the industry who's a person of color,
Mm-hmm.
because though we're enjoying games and we're enjoying anime and we're enjoying all of these things, there's a lot of us that are like capable of creating the same things we enjoy. Like,
Yeah. That's
if
true.
if you're unsure, partner with colleges, partner with schools. Like, there's tons of schools out there that are trying to push this agenda that there are a lot of a lot of opportunities and jobs out there, but then they don't hire people of color. So, I mean, there's a huge pool of people, like of talent,
Mm-hmm.
that people just aren't. And then there's the whole like nepotism thing where you're hiring your
Mm-hmm.
friend of a friend, and like
Yeah.
it's pretty. I don't know. It's sad, but I agree with you. I want to see more women, especially like during a panel. Like if it's
Yes.
supposed to be all women talking, I want to see myself represented there. Or low key, I might feel like I don't belong. Do you
That's
know what I
true.
mean?
Yeah, it's true.
So
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. Representation matters, and I say that all the time. It's so important that you see yourself in the industry that you want to be in, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like high time we're not still using the first as a term for
Yeah,
a black person or a Native American or an Asian person doing something, because the only reason why they're the first at this point is because you didn't give them a chance before.
that's true.
Yeah.
So I have some questions for you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
after you were talking about what you wanted to see in the industry going forward, what would you like for yourself to do moving forward? Like, what are some other things that BrownSugar wants to get into in the future?
I want to get into vlog. Wait, what do you mean by get into actually?
Say that one more time.
Vlogging. What do you mean? What do you mean by I want to get into? What do you mean?
Like, where do you see yourself? This is, I really hate this question, but where do you see yourself in 5 years compared to what you're doing now? I know I hate
Oh,
that question, but like
Like goals
moving
and stuff.
forward, your goals, like
okay.
in
Yeah.
the industry, like what would you like to do and where do you see yourself? Like, do you want to be on
Oh,
one of those panels, like talking
oh,
it up, being one of the
oh.
people, leading the
um,
charge? Yeah.
um, I would like to be one of the well-known black women in gaming on YouTube in the UK. That's really one of my goals. I don't really tell people, but if they see it, they see it. It's really one of it's really one of my goals because I do not see black women in gaming in the UK. I don't see it. I actually do not see it, and I see more of it on Twitch, which is really cool. But on
Mhm.
YouTube, I don't see anything on that like that on YouTube. I don't see black women streaming on YouTube. I don't see any reaction from black women on YouTube in the UK. And I would like to be one of the recognizable faces in the next 5 years. Then I also want to bring like people alongside me that are working with me. I want to bring them in as well because a lot of them are working very hard. But of course, opportunities are smaller because companies are choosing not to see us. So we just have to work a little bit harder, So yeah.
No, I love that answer. I love that
Thanks.
you're like, you want to bring people with you
Yeah.
too,
Mhm.
right? You're not just being like, I want to be the only face at
No,
the top.
no.
Um, I'm sure you know Mr. Midas. He is the same
Oh
way. He
yeah.
is always like supporting, like, and bringing people up. And I just think we need to do that. I like spoke briefly about it before, like how I don't know how it is in the UK, but in the US, uh, Black people in general, like there's an issue in our community about
Hmm.
like seeing people rise to the top and
Yeah.
being supportive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's kind of like this pettiness that happens. And let
Hmm.
me just say right now for the listeners, that doesn't mean every black person
That's
in the
true.
US. I'm
Yeah.
just saying in general, you see a lot of this like we're like tearing each other down and
Yeah.
things like that. Like we even do it in the industry. Like
Yeah.
people get hyped up off the beef between rappers and it's like you guys rap completely different. Why don't you just move forward with your own
Exactly.
styles? Like you don't need, there's this idea
Hmm.
of competition and the person next to you doesn't need to be your competition. They can be your partner. And
That's
I think
true.
that's what we really need to like push in our community moving forward. So like I'm just going to throw this out here. If you ever want to come on the show again,
Hmm.
like please do and promote yourself because
Oh, thank
that's what
you.
we use our platform for. We want to give voices to people who want to spread this kind of positivity. So
Hmm.
girl, I'm proud of
I
you.
really, oh, thank you. I really agree with what you're saying. With like within the community, we tend to bring each other down. It's not all of us, but it does happen, and I feel like it's because people just have this mindset that there isn't a lot of opportunities. There isn't a lot of spaces. People feel like, oh, the market is saturated, and I feel like that's not true. The market isn't saturated. There is space for everyone. There is space for
Absolutely.
anything. I have the craziest examples. If there is space for people to sell their feet pics, there is a space for everything. like
Good
That's a
point.
good
literally,
analogy.
Yeah.
No, that's a good analogy.
like people, if people want pictures of feet, like come on, like you can do your own thing. There's so many people in the world. Like even if you feel like people in your country are not going to be interested, there's other countries, you know. There's other people that be interested into in your stuff.
Absolutely.
So I feel like because people see that opportunities are very niche and like there isn't a lot, they tend to like claw at other people, and I kind of can't blame them, especially because the way the industry is set up, they kind of just keep picking the same people. They keep highlighting
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
people. They don't highlight smaller. Well, I wouldn't like to say smaller content creators, but content creators that haven't blown as much. They don't look at them, and it's really more of the industry's fault. And then this is just what happened.
You're absolutely right. It
Yeah.
is. Sorry, Matt, you were going to say
So
something.
yeah, I'm
No,
so
I
sorry.
just no,
So
don't be
sorry.
sorry at all. No, I was just gonna say like you guys are completely hitting it because it's like they look at engagement in a very specific parameter, right? It's like money spent has to equal money got, right? And they
Yeah.
don't look at it's like the numbers are the only things that matter. So it doesn't matter how much
Yeah.
engagement you have. It doesn't matter how
Yeah.
much of a difference you're making. All that
Yeah.
matters is do you have the numbers behind it? And it's like there's you're losing out on so much talent by doing
Yeah.
like that. So I personally can't wait, Destiny, when we are going to be flying over to the UK to see Brown Sugar, so like posting
Do her first
the
panel, her first
the
show.
posting like the Demon Slayer 2
Yeah.
like
Yes.
the grand opening. I can't wait for it. It's
I'm
gonna
so
happen.
excited.
It's going to be a party. We're going to
Come,
come
Yeah.
to
come
show
over.
out.
Come over.
We do need to go over. We're making so many friends
I
Mhm.
know.
over there. We're making so many friends.
It's good.
But I think what I wanted to say is that like I agree with both of you, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want to say to like other people of color and content creators is like, look, if they're not making space for us, we need to start making spaces for ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true.
Mhm.
It's
So
true.
don't feel like you can't.
Mm-hmm.
And there is power in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So like I've been so excited to see like what Baron has done from Level 1 Gaming, what Fame has done, what Streamcast is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, if Starbucks is out there and they're like, you know what, we need another coffee shop on the corner down the street, we can do that. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we don't really need that many coffee shops, but they're not letting anybody stop them. They're putting them anywhere and everywhere.
Yes.
So we need to show up anywhere and everywhere and make our presence known. And Black people
Yep.
are known stereotypically for being loud, and I mean like we have to be loud because y'all aren't trying to like listen to us
It's
unless
true.
we're
It's
like
true.
shouting at the top of our lungs. So just keep doing you, Brown. Please keep doing you.
Thank
I'm here to
you.
support you. Matt is gonna support you.
Thanks,
And
guys.
like in
Wanna support
less
you
than
too.
5 years, I'm
Yes.
just gonna say that. In less than 5 years, we're gonna be in the UK drinking
Yes.
champagne at your party
Yeah.
for your first like major show. That's
Yes,
what's I'm putting it
amen.
out there.
I'm
It's gonna
claiming
happen.
it. Amen. I'm
Agreed.
taking it. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. All right, and for the last segment of our show, before I get there, I just want to thank Raise the Game and Ukie again for partnering with us to highlight amazing Black voices in gaming, in the industry. And I want to say thank you again to BrownSugar for sharing your story with us.
Thanks.
But we're going to drop some knowledge on you guys.
Oh.
BrownSugar, please tell us someone historically or not historically who has really inspired you and kind of keeps you going.
My mom actually. I didn't tell her, but my mom, because ever since I was, let's say, in college, well, that would be, I think, high school for you guys, when I was 16, she's always been very encouraging on like my creative side, and because studying hasn't always been my best thing for me. So she's always encouraged my drawing. She's always encouraged my gaming. In fact, she's actually bought some of my equipment, and we're trying to get some more stuff. She actually wants me to stop working as much, just so she can fund me and I can just go, because she really believes in me, and she's always believed in me. When I tell my friends how much she supports me, they're like, "Wow, your mom is so supportive." Yeah, she's
Incredible.
thank you. She's following me on my socials, sharing me on Facebook, on WhatsApp stories.
I
She's just
love
sharing me.
that. Oh my god!
like-
For Mother's Day, can we do like a mother-daughter thing? You want to come
Yeah, I
on
can
with
get
your
her.
mom? She
That's
sounds
adorable.
incredible.
I can get her. She'll be laughing. Like, she laughs.
Oh my
with me.
god, I love it.
Thank you so much. I just like she's like my You would say she's like my best friend. She's like my best friend, kind of. Yeah. I tell her everything. Yeah.
That is adorable.
That is, I love that. I want a mom like that. Like, that's not to like throw shade at my own mom, but like legit, that's so cool. She's like, baby, go ahead and like just quit your job. I got you. I got you. And I think that's amazing. I think that's amazing that she wants to support you so much because we just have so many parents that aren't like that. Matt's parents are really supportive. His mom,
awesome.
his mom bought a cake for our 100th episode to celebrate.
So
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I'm all the way in Canada and Destiny's all the
Yeah,
way
I
in the
ain't
States, so
getting
I
any
can only
cake.
send her pictures. But I destroyed that entire thing in her name.
Oh my gosh.
I was there in spirit.
Oh my
But
days.
I love supportive parents, and that's really good. I mean, I'm glad that you picked that person. Like we've had some historical people, but also it's important to highlight the people in our lives who have always stood beside us and who have always encouraged us to follow our dreams. And I think that's incredible. Guys, go hug your mom. If you're watching this now, go hug your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your dad. I'm a daddy's girl. My dad raised me. I can't hug him right now. But he's always been like supportive in his own special way. So I'll just share a short story. I wrote my first article for Level 1 gaming, and my dad doesn't really know anything about gaming at all. But I sent it to him, and he read it, and he was like, "Oh, it was kind of long." He's like, "I don't really know anything about gaming and shit, but you did a good job, baby girl." And I was like, "Thanks, Dad."
It's really important to be supportive. Yeah.
But yeah, it's great to have support, especially from your family, because they're like your beginning foundation.
Yeah.
So I definitely think you're going to succeed. Your mom thinks you're going to succeed. Matt thinks you're going to. We know you're going to succeed, especially with that kind. Yeah, it's not a question. Especially with that kind of support behind you. So like when your mom watches this, and please show her. You are doing an amazing job. You have a beautiful daughter. She is so well spoken. She's so sweet. And we want you on the show at some point. Please come.
We'll be drinking champagne with her mom at the opening.
Mimosas. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. But that is going to bring us to the end of the show. Before we drop off, again, thank you so much to Raise the Game and Ukie for partnering with us on this special series showcasing Black voices during Black History Month in the United Kingdom, and BrownSugar, just so people can find you, they can learn more about the anime you watch and the games you play and watch you kick ass at FPS. Please, can you drop your socials for me?
Nice. Okay, so it's BrownSugar Saga on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Oh, it's a lot. Yes. BrownSugar Saga.
It's okay because we're gonna drop all those links down in the bottom.
Great.
So guys, please go check her out and go support her. Just like we want more Black women and women of color in general, we need you to go support them. Like, go check out how badass she is. Please don't sleep on BrownSugar. Don't sleep on her.
Yep. Well said, Dee.
Thank you. All right. Thank you for coming on. And Matt, thank you for getting up early to be with me. Thank you, Destiny, for waking up at 8 o'clock when you didn't want to.
Thanks,
Good job,
guys.
Dee.
Really
yeah, it was hard. It was hard.
Thank you so much.
That's it from us. No, thank you. Like,
thank you
we're
so
definitely going to have you on again. Please.
Mm-hmm.
And I am dead serious about bringing your mama on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm dead serious.
Yes, I'll let her know. Don't worry. She's coming. She's coming.
So from Burnout Brighter and from BrownSugar, we're signing out. We will see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.